From translation, RSV Revised Standard Version. This 26th day of the year. Today we are reading passages Exodus 25 to 27. Exodus chapter 25, verses 1 to 40. The Lord said to Moses, "Speak to the people of Israel, that they take for me an offering. From every man whose heart moves him you shall take my offering. And this is the offering which you shall take from them: gold, silver and bronze, blue and purple and scarlet stuff, and fine linen and goat's hair, and ram skins dyed red, and badger skins, and acacia wood, oil for the lamps, spices for the anointing oil and for the fragrant incense, onyx stones and stones to be set for the ephod and for the breastplate. And let them make me a sanctuary, that I may dwell in their midst. According to all that I show you concerning the pattern of the tabernacle, and of all its furniture, so you shall make it. They shall make an ark of acacia wood. 2 cubits and a half shall be its length, a cubit and a half its breadth, and a cubit and a half its height. You shall overlay it with pure gold, inside and outside shall you overlay it, and you shall make upon it a moulding of gold round about. You shall cast 4 rings of gold for it, and put them on its 4 feet, 2 rings on one side of it, and 2 rings on the other side of it. You shall make poles of acacia wood, and overlay them with gold. And you shall put the poles into the rings on the sides of the ark, to carry the ark with them. The poles shall remain in the rings of the ark, they shall not be taken from it. And you shall put into the ark the testimony which I shall give you. You shall make a mercy seat of pure gold. 2 cubits and a half shall be its length, and a cubit and a half its breadth. And you shall make 2 cherubim of gold, of hammered work shall you make them, on the 2 ends of the mercy seat. Make 1 cherub on the one end, and 1 cherub on the other end. Of one piece with the mercy seat shall you make the cherubim on its 2 ends. The cherubim shall spread out their wings above, overshadowing the mercy seat with their wings, their faces one to another. Toward the mercy seat shall the faces of the cherubim be. And you shall put the mercy seat on the top of the ark, and in the ark you shall put the testimony that I shall give you. There I will meet with you, and from above the mercy seat, from between the 2 cherubim that are upon the ark of the testimony, I will speak with you of all which I will give you in commandment for the people of Israel. You shall make a table of acacia wood, 2 cubits its length, a cubit its breadth, and a cubit and a half its height. And you shall overlay it with pure gold, and make a moulding of gold around it. And you shall make for it a rim of a handbreadth around it, and a moulding of gold around its rim. And you shall make for it 4 rings of gold, and fasten the rings to the 4 corners at its 4 legs. The rings shall be close to the rim, for holders for the poles to carry the table. You shall make the poles of acacia wood, and overlay them with gold, and the table shall be carried with them. And you shall make its plates and dishes for incense, and its flagons and bowls with which to pour drink offerings. You shall make them of pure gold. And you shall set the bread of the presence on the table before me always. You shall make a lampstand of pure gold. The lampstand shall be made of hammered work. Its base and its stem, its cups, its calyxes, and its flowers shall be of one piece with it. There shall be 6 branches going out of its sides, 3 branches of the lampstand out of one side of it, and 3 branches of the lampstand out of the other side of it. 3 cups made like almond blossoms, each with calyx and flower, on one branch, and 3 cups made like almond blossoms, each with calyx and flower on the other branch, so for the 6 branches going out of the lampstand. And on the lampstand itself there shall be 4 cups made like almond blossoms, with their calyxes and flowers, and a calyx of one piece with it under each pair of branches going out from it. Their calyxes and their branches shall be of one piece with it, all of it 1 hammered piece of pure gold. And you shall make 7 lamps for it, and the lamps shall be set up so that they may give light upon the space in front of it. Its snuffers and their trays shall be of pure gold. It shall be made with all these utensils of a talent of pure gold, and see that you make them after the pattern for them, which is shown you on the mountain. Exodus chapter 26, verses 1 to 37. Moreover you shall make the tabernacle with 10 curtains of fine twined linen, and blue and purple and scarlet stuff. With cherubim skillfully worked shall you make them. The length of each curtain shall be 28 cubits, and the breadth of each curtain 4 cubits. All the curtains shall have the same measurements. 5 curtains shall be coupled to one another, and the other 5 curtains shall be coupled to one another. And you shall make loops of blue on the edge of the outermost curtain in the first set. And in the same way you shall make loops on the edge of the outermost curtain in the second set. 50 loops you shall make on the one curtain, and 50 loops you shall make on the edge of the curtain that is in the second set. The loops shall be opposite one another, and you shall make 50 clasps of gold, and couple the curtains one to the other with the clasps, so the tabernacle shall be a single whole. You shall make curtains of goat's hair for a tent over the tabernacle. 11 curtains shall you make. The length of each curtain shall be 30 cubits, and the breadth of each curtain 4 cubits. The 11 curtains shall have the same measurements. You shall couple 5 curtains by themselves, and 6 curtains by themselves, and the 6th curtain you shall fold over in front of the tent. And you shall make 50 loops on the edge of the curtain that is outermost in the one set, and 50 loops on the edge of the curtain that is outermost in the other set. And you shall make 50 clasps of bronze, and put the clasps into the loops, and couple the tent together that it may be a single whole. And the overhanging part that is left over on the curtains of the tent, the half curtain that is left over, shall hang over the back of the tabernacle. And the cubit on the one side, and the cubit on the other side of what remains in the length of the curtains of the tent, shall hang over the sides of the tabernacle, on this side and that side, to cover it. And you shall make for the tent a covering of tanned ram skins, and a covering of goat skins above. You shall make upright frames for the tabernacle of acacia wood. 10 cubits shall be the length of a frame, and a cubit and a half the breadth of each frame. Each frame shall have 2 tenons fitted to one another. You shall do the same for all the frames of the tabernacle. You shall make the frames for the tabernacle, 20 frames for the south side. And 40 bases of silver you shall make under the 20 frames, 2 bases under one frame for its 2 tenons, and 2 bases under the next frame for its 2 tenons. For the second side of the tabernacle, on the north side, 20 frames, and their 40 bases of silver, 2 bases under one frame, and 2 bases under the next frame. And for the rear of the tabernacle westward you shall make 6 frames. And you shall make 2 frames for the corners of the tabernacle at the rear. They shall be separate beneath, but joined at the top at the one ring. It shall be the same for both of them, for the 2 corners. So there shall be 8 frames, with their 16 bases of silver, 2 bases under one frame, and 2 bases under another frame. You shall also make bars of acacia wood, 5 for the frames of the one side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the frames of the other side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the frames of the tabernacle at the rear westward. The middle bar in the center of the frames shall run from end to end. You shall overlay the frames with gold, and shall make their rings of gold for holders for the bars, and you shall overlay the bars with gold. Then you shall erect the tabernacle according to the plan for it which you have been shown on the mountain. And you shall make a veil of blue and purple and scarlet stuff, and fine twined linen. In skilled work shall it be made with cherubim. And you shall hang it upon 4 pillars of acacia overlaid with gold, having hooks of gold, and upon 4 bases of silver. And you shall hang the veil from the clasps, and bring the ark of the testimony in thither within the veil. And the veil shall separate for you the holy place from the holy of holies. And you shall put the mercy seat upon the ark of the testimony in the holy of holies. And you shall set the table outside the veil, and the lampstand on the south side of the tabernacle, opposite the table. And you shall put the table on the north side. And you shall make a screen for the door of the tent, of blue and purple and scarlet stuff and fine twined linen, embroidered with needlework. And you shall make for the screen 5 pillars of acacia, and overlay them with gold. Their hooks shall be of gold, and you shall cast 5 bases of bronze for them. Exodus chapter 27, verses 1 to 21. You shall make the altar of acacia wood, 5 cubits long, and 5 cubits broad. The altar shall be square, and its height shall be 3 cubits. And you shall make its horns on its 4 corners. Its horns shall be of one piece with it, and you shall overlay it with bronze. You shall make pots for its ashes, and shovels and basins and flesh hooks and fire pans. All its utensils you shall make of bronze. You shall also make for it a grating of network of bronze, and upon the net you shall make 4 bronze rings at its 4 corners. And you shall set it under the ledge of the altar beneath, that the net may reach halfway up the altar. And you shall make poles for the altar, poles of acacia wood, and overlay them with bronze. And the poles shall be put through the rings, and the poles shall be on the 2 sides of the altar, to carry it with them. You shall make it hollow of boards, as it has been shown you on the mountain. You shall also make the court of the tabernacle. For the south side the court shall have hangings of fine twined linen, 100 cubits long for one side. Its pillars shall be 20, with their 20 bases of bronze, but the hooks of the pillars and their fillets shall be of silver. And for the north side 100 cubits, its pillars 20, with their 20 bases of bronze, but the hooks of the pillars and their fillets shall be of silver. And for the west side hangings of 50 cubits, with their 10 pillars and their 10 bases. The hooks of the pillars and their fillets shall be of silver. And for the front to the east, 50 cubits. The hangings for the one side of the gate shall be 15 cubits, with their 3 pillars and their 3 bases. And on the other side the hangings shall be 15 cubits, with their 3 pillars and their 3 bases. And for the gate of the court there shall be a screen 20 cubits long, of blue and purple and scarlet stuff and fine twined linen, embroidered with needlework. Their pillars shall be 4, and their 4 bases of bronze. All the hangings round about the court shall be of fine twined linen, and the pillars shall have bases of bronze, but their hooks shall be of silver, and their fillets of silver. And the tops of them shall be overlaid with silver. The length of the court shall be 100 cubits, the breadth 50 cubits, and the height 5 cubits, with hangings of fine twined linen, and bases of bronze. All the utensils of the tabernacle for all its service, and all its pegs, and all the pegs of the court, shall be of bronze. And you shall command the people of Israel that they bring you pure oil of beaten olives for the light, that a lamp may be set up to burn continually. In the tent of meeting, outside the veil which is before the testimony, Aaron and his sons shall tend it from evening to morning before the Lord. It shall be a statute forever to be observed throughout their generations by the people of Israel.